good day. How's Dave BNSF today? Alright. Here. Well, that's great. Finishing up my first decoder install in God knows how long, and I'm a little nervous. Alright. Alrighty, now we'll get some leads here. Now, we should probably use this decoder booster. I really gotta set my system up so I don't have to do this all the time. Yeah, I procrastinated for quite a long time. This is a friend of mine's locomotive, and I decided to remotor it. The original 3-pole motor was just not cutting the mustard enough, so I put a 5-pole skew wound in. Hopefully it works a lot better. do this. I'm not sure where to put that right now. Alright, so let's are we ready? Let's go. Let's see, actions. What am I looking for? No service mode program are available. That's not right. Come on, it should be seeing that. How come it's not seeing that? Save, yes. Let's restart the program, I guess. Suppose in N-Scale it's even worse. This went off my screen. There we go. Yeah, I toasted a few decoders in my time as well. It won't be the last, I'm sure. Sound decoders are much more expensive than just regular decoders, though. Alright, looks like we've got a LocoNet and everything now. Look at that. We're in good shape. Interface mode. Very good. Looks a lot better. Ooh, it's making the motor jiggle. Oh yeah? How many locomotives do you have? Are they all N-Scale? Wow. Yeah, well, lucky if you didn't fry them, you just messed up the CVs or something, the settings. Probably could just write 8 to CV8 and get them back to factory defaults. Um, Nearly 200. That's a goal for me. I think I'm over 100 now. Might be 60-40 DC versus DCC. Maybe. All right. Oh, that doesn't go to full page. That's interesting. What's this? Uh, 3422. Yeah, myself, I've just got a small layout in my basement. I do have a fairly large section of my basement that's unfinished, but I have a fairly large honey-do list before I can build a room and build a train layout. Right now my train layout's a double loop oval on 4x8 approximately. But if I have a chance, I gotta install a second bathroom here in my basement, and the train room would be approximately 11 by 17 or 18 if I can get it framed up and ready to roll. Alright. I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to read that. I think I'm going to test this. It's amazing how complicated this is. Oh, that's cool. Man, that must be tedious on the smaller end scale stuff. Like, you must be talking millimeters or fractions of millimeters. Well, let's minimize this for now. This. And go here. Yeah, I have a couple of sets of River Rossi IHC type passenger coaches. Yeah, viruses are no good. But regarding my other coaches, I wasn't too sure if I should body mount the couplers or if I should just do the conversion and have them truck mounted. I'm still debating that. Body mounting would be probably less expensive than buying all of those conversion KD kits. Alright, I need here. Well, there's a 282. Let's see what else we got. Another 282. No. Yeah. That's a fun era. Yeah, myself, the majority of mine is transition. I just love the Canadian National paint scheme back then, the green and the gold, and a few of the odd ones, the black and the gold, and black and orange, and a few others. And just having the option of running first gen diesels and last gen steam is pretty cool. But I do have a mixed bag of stuff too, relatively modern and what am I doing? I should just be doing this. I wonder if this will do it. 8-2. 7. There we go. Heavy Mikado. That's pretty close. That's too small. That's really small. Those are old. it's a toss-up between these two. And pretty much use the same sound file for both, I would expect. Yeah. Yeah, I like the sound. Of course, that's coming from my laptop. Next to plug in my programmer and see if I can get all these sounds loaded up. But I'm pretty happy with that one. I think I'll start downloading that. See if the other one sounds any different. Probably not, but we'll see. I think it's the same. Well, it sounds a little different. No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Dave. Well, that's not cool. Laptop doesn't have enough USB ports. Alright. Let's see if we can do this without too much problem. Plug you in. Space, we do. Good. We have light now. There we go. Lock Programmer is now plugged into the programming track. Yes, I have to figure out a system to set it all up. Well, that looks good. Alright. Here we go. every time I go and do this, I always forget what I need to do. Kind of need to load. I need to load my files. Silly me. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's better. And this is going to take some time. Gosh, if I get this done tonight, I can take this to my friend. This weekend or early next week. And I can work on something else, something different. Oh, cross your fingers, this works. Where's the music? I should look that up. It's like watching grass grow. Paint dry. Water boil. Hello. Too funny. Too funny.
little sweet music in the background while you are streaming or recording videos. Look at the plus button down in sources. It's media source right over here, and name it maybe or something. Then you hit OK. So say you here, you want to go click on browse, basically go to the folder or the location where the song that you just downloaded is. So you click on that and then hit open. Guys, if you don't want the song to end after it is done, you hit loops.
Looks like I gotta download some royalty-free music for this stuff, eh? I should talk to Dave and see if that's what he's done. Or has he connected it to Spotify or something like that? And then created a playlist. Adding music might take resources from my computer. And this flipping computer doesn't do well with just a couple of cameras, so I'm gonna have to upgrade. I was gonna dial back the drafting. I may have to do a couple of more projects just to buy a new computer. Maybe get a better gaming type computer, something. Oh, I don't normally watch these. I normally am doing other things. I should probably put up a poll and see what decoders I should do next. I have these two RDCs that I have to install decoders and lighting. What else? I've got to fix this, that's for sure. There we go. I've got these two to install. These are Canadian National A and B unit, F7 A and B. I think that's what I'm going to do next. I think. And then I'm going to fix this box too. Because this, I think, is just going to be a plug and play situation. But I did tell him I'd put some extra lighting in there for him too. What else do I have? I got an RS3 Atlas. What else do I have? Is this a PA? Whose is this? I can't remember. Or is it an F7? I think it's a PA. I can't remember now. There's the RS3. I've done many of these. I've done quite a few myself, so it's a rinse and repeat situation there. What else do I got in there? An FA2. No. That looks like a Jeep. Oh, another Proto. can't remember whose these are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good times. What do we got here? So 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's them. Yahoo! 5 to install. Yahoo! And then 2 of those. 2 of those. That one. Good stuff, good stuff. Kevin's Tiny Trains. Hello, how are ya? We're watching the green bar grow, just like grass. This locomotive right now. Hopefully it's working. As soon as that's done, we'll test it. And I was just also organizing all of the decoders I have to install. I have 5 to install for one person, 2 to install for another, 1 in a steam locomotive for a friend, and 2 for my train club, before I get to any of my own stuff. Yay! Yeah, yeah. Oh, good stuff. Very good. Seems like a few people, oh, Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Hey, how are you doing? I just saw you pop there. Good stuff. Since Dave already did our DC installs, I think I'm going to hold off. I might do those off on my own rather than doing them online. No needing being redundant, I suppose. But I am looking forward to doing these. They're almost plug and play, really. That's not good. Oh, no, that's not good at all. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Oh, we're just about 3/4 of the way there. You guys came in just in time. Once this is done, I'm going to test it out. You know, I love the concept of Blue Nami. having to just, I mean, they can run off of any electrical source to get power, basically a battery or anything. You could run dead rail and do it that way, but I'm not impressed with the price here in Canada. They're almost as much as a locomotive, depending on where you're looking to buy them. Crossing the border from the United States to up here in Canada, even a regular function decoder that might cost you guys, or I don't know if you guys are in the States or not, but anywhere in the States, $20-25 for a function decoder, either TCS or ESU or Digitrax. They're $30-35 and up here. Sound decoders, well, I just had a handful of Locksound sound decoders, 5 of them, and they're over $120 a piece plus tax here. Adding Blue Nami to it, the sellers, the stores and stuff, they're selling them for 150 and up. So, oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh, you're in New Brunswick. That's right. We've talked about that before, didn't we? I think. You'd have to go on Otter Valley's website and see what they're worth. But the last I looked, they were over $150 for them. And to have that functionality, I'd rather have a Keep Alive, since I'm using DCC anyway. It's made me, even Locksound. I love Locksound, but if Digitrax was $30-40 cheaper, I would really consider using those. And I have a lot of them, but I did switch over to Locksound more so. But yeah, I'm decoders, and then of course, just before COVID, they had a supply chain issue. But like, these were my favorite Soundtrax decoders. This is a friend of mine's. I'm going to be installing in a steam locomotive. They had the range for steam or diesel for what I did mostly. They worked awesome, and they also did the function where you could have your track power on, and you didn't need to, if you set this up right, the sound and everything didn't come on unless you pressed, I think it was F4 and F5 or F5 and F6. One was start up and shut down. Basically, notch up and notch down. But it didn't start until you did that or made the locomotive move with speed step 1. Some of the Tsunamis did it, but Tsunami 2, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out, because I got a couple of locomotives with Tsunami 2s, and they don't have the startup sequence with those functions. I think it's just with speed step 1. So they kind of lollygag back and forth with that setting, which is something I prefer. But Blue Nami, I don't think it's worth it for me. If you had no system, it might be worth it, but not. I mean, what is it? Was on The Big Bang Theory when Penny was making those little flowery things, and then Sheldon took over, and they made the comment of adding Bluetooth or something like that, and Bluetooth just makes everything, right? So, I mean, it is good, but I don't see the need of it unless you're don't want to upgrade to DCC. That's all. Mind you, if somebody gave me one or I bought a locomotive with it, I wouldn't, you know, give it away or throw it away. I'd keep it, obviously. Looks like we're done. Let's see how bad I did. You know, there's nothing wrong with DC. Um, I have a fairly good collection now, and there's a couple of locomotives that I have that I like to run, but I don't necessarily want to install a decoder in them. My little layout that I have the double pole, double throw switch where I can switch back and forth from DC to DCC and test my locos and or operate them. So it's you know once I got into DCC and discovered sound and JamRI and got a system, I was thinking I'd upgrade everything to DCC sound. And I was on that track, and the cost was just an inconvenience. I just had to get the money basically. But after time and realized if I'm running trains at home and I have, say, even 5 ready to roll, I may not want them all to be on with sound. So I've had that revelation. Other people have had that revelation. Um, you can always mute them, but if like this is a locomotive from the very first President's Choice train set. I want to install a decoder in it, but the quality of the locomotive, um, it's not that great. It's got truck mounted couplers, which I probably won't even switch to body mount. I'll just retrofit and put KDs on them. And I don't intend to upgrade lighting or anything, so it's not a very heavy locomotive. But I have a plan to run this locomotive with a bunch of billboard cars, advertising cars. So this would be the great locomotive to run with it. So that's a perfect example of not wanting to put sound into something. I have a Kato RS 11 or 10. I probably won't be putting sound in, but I may want it someday to do some switching or something. So, the sound cut out. Oh, sorry. back now. I'm talking to myself then. I don't have fiber op in this area. I'm in the country. Someday, we'll see. So this is my long track. Ooh, is it ever dusty? Oh, where do I have to wipe this off? I thought I had a cloth here somewhere. Nope, 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 no cloth. Oh, interesting. I'll be right back. Dusty, dusty. Yeah, that's kind of... Oh, yes, okay, it was you that was asking about the reflectors on the 5702. So this is the one that I have, right, that I use. And I installed the decoder in it, and it has smoke and everything. And it's dusty as all hell. But, yeah, I have, geez, 3 or 4 more of these. And, the motors are gone, or they're seized, or something like that. And I just bought them either in the sets or for spare parts and stuff. And I just kind of put them all in a box, because I didn't know at the time what I was going to do with them. But you know, Dave inspired me to buy some El Cheapo motors, and so I'm going to be doing that a bit more as well. And I'll upgrade them and get them running, and I can either install a decoder or not. And yeah, I'd be happy to. Sell you one for cheap. This is not doing me any good, just sitting in a box. So, I mean, right out of the set, I think those locomotives, they average $75 just DC. So if you just want a DC, that's probably what I do. I throw a motor in it, get it running for you, and that would probably be the price, plus shipping. Maybe I'm talking too loud. I don't know. It's weird. Well, as I said, my resources are. Well, there. See, it's jumping back and forth. So I don't know. It's weird. Well, once I get through these handful of decoder installs, I'll make that one of my priorities, or I might even do it before I finish these, because boys, oh boys, these are monotonous. Some of these decoder installs. Do that just to kind of break up the monotony of these. I need a controller. I don't want that controller. Where's my other controller? Where's my other controller? Well, I guess that one will have to do. The other one's in the other room. I have two DCC systems. One here so I can do my maintenance and decoder installs and stuff. And another over at my layout just to run trains. So. Alright. Let's do this. Let's power up, and hopefully we don't let any of the bad smoke out. Yeah, what part of New Brunswick did you say you were in? You were in northern New Brunswick, weren't you? Grand Falls, or north of that even? Alright, let's power this up. Track power on. Okay, nothing bad so far. I'm not smelling any smoke or anything, that's good. Loco 3422. Enter. Function 8. Bell. Yeah, that's no problem. I like that bell. That's a nice bell. Horn? Or whistle? Oh, wow, that ever loud. That's doing well. Headlight. Oh, we have a headlight. That's good. Reverse light. Reverse light's on. It's not overly loud. It's a nice sound, actually. Shall we start and go forward? Speed step 5. Oh. Uh-oh. Something's not right. Reverse. Yeah. Let's go up to speed step 10. Is it just my wheels? There we go. Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, I cleaned the track, but I think it's either the pickups or I cleaned those months ago, so they're probably a little corroded. But I'm actually quite happy with that sound and everything. That turned out very well. We'll get this on the club layout and give it a good run in. I might even run it on my little oval for a little while and get it all running. But yeah, that's turning out really nice. The sound is awesome. Turn off the dynamo and shut down. Well, I think that's pretty cool. I think he's going to like that quite a bit. Yeah, very good. Well, I think that's it for me. I got this done. I'm pleased. I'm going to run it for a little bit, and then I'm going to probably go to bed. Well, Kevin, we're gonna chat some more. I'll make sure I keep you in the loop with my when I decide to get one of those. I guess they're a Hudson. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, with YouTube you got to do a little bit of those shorts. Yeah, I just love the 1950s scheme, the green and black and gold. Uh, it drew me to that era of the 50s, the transition era. Um, Growing up in St. John, of course, I've seen enough CN wet noodle switchers to do me a lifetime. Um, but I am kind of partial to switchers. I have enough of those Rapido cars to essentially do the Ocean Limited that runs from Halifax here to Montreal, and call it the Ocean Limited. Kind of did the same with the blue and yellow Via that ran in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. My more modern stuff, I do have the Via F40PH with some, I guess, stainless steel passenger coaches. I don't know if I'll be going to Bathurst myself, but maybe we can. I don't know if you ever make it to Moncton much, but could always stop in and around Moncton or Fredericton. That's not too far away. I usually do try to get to St. John. Yeah. Yeah. But there's not even friggin' a hobby shop around anymore to, it would be fun to even meet up at a hobby shop. But oh, that's cool. Very good. Very good. Believe it or not, I have only ridden on a train once, and I was so young I barely remember it. And I actually was in the caboose. My uncle used to be a brakeman on the caboose, and he had gotten called to work one day when they were babysitting me, and I got to go. I couldn't even make it up the steps. They had to lift me up. I was so small on the back of a caboose. It was pretty fun. Great. Yeah, no, for sure. I'll see what I can do to get something ready for you, and that'll be a good excuse to go to Moncton. Hang out, have a coffee or hot chocolate. Well, I'm gonna call it a night. It was fun chatting with you. If I can just figure out where my mouse is. I'm gonna sign off now. Have a good one. Oh yeah, I'm just catching up here now. Yeah, it was. Ian was great. Unfortunately, yeah, it was a sad time.